Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of my review of the little Radica Games Sega Genesis 6-in-1 plug-and-play arcade system. This over here is the list of games. You have Sonic the Hedgehog, Altered Beast, Bean Machine, Golden Axe, Kid Chameleon, and Flicky. And you can see that the video quality is meh because this is composite. And the sound is in mono, which is weird because we all know the Sega Genesis can output stereo. But that's okay. And yes, about the sound. Hold on a second. Let me just zoom out over here. There we go. That's better. Yeah. As I was saying, the sound, you're going to hear it. It's not that good. So let's start off with Sonic, my favorite. Yeah, the sound is kind of dismal, very distorted and very muffled. There we go. Isn't that sound horrible? Okay, we know the sound is horrible, but the graphics and everything, the game runs great. It's nice and smooth, it's responsive, there's no lag. Everything else is great. But the sound, not so much. As you can see, everything's running smoothly, nice good frame rate. It's just like playing a real Sega Genesis. In fact, it is a real Sega Genesis on a chip, which is inside the system. Kind of like the NES on a chip, but this is a Sega Genesis on a chip. And let's take a look at Altered Beast. Another thing I noticed also, that there also seems to be a voice missing. I don't know if you noticed in Sonic, when you jump, the sound he makes when you jump is not there. And some of the music is missing in the other games. I think one of the voice is not working. I'm not sure exactly how many voices the Genesis had, but it seems like it's missing some sounds. It's missing a voice. And that, I believe, relates to the hardware problem this thing has. Because the sound distortions are not caused by software, because it's not emulated. It's actually real software on a real Genesis. But the way it's designed in the hardware, from what I saw on the 8-Bit Guy's channel, he basically bypassed a couple of resistors to get the sound nice and clear. But it was also a lower volume. And if you have to bypass resistors and components, that means that the system wasn't very well designed to begin with. So, yeah. Radica, you guys can do better. You should have done better for this. And I'm not going to modify my system because, bypassing resistors is not a good idea. Resistors, they limit electricity. They limit current, okay? And they're basically there to protect other components. Now, you bypass those resistors, it's going to work for a while, but whatever components they were protecting will end up burning out over the long run, and I don't want to do that. And besides, I just turn down the volume and everything else plays fine, as you can see over here. And let's take a look at some of the other games over here. Golden Axe, hey, one of my favorites. The sound actually seems to be pretty good on this one. I like her, so I'm going to take her. I know you can hear, if you can hear the controller. The controller is very, very clicky, but it works well, so I don't really mind. Like I said, there's no delay. It's instant response. Very, very nice. Better than some of the Yak Games console. Now the At Games console. Yeah, let's talk about that. The first At Games console, hold on a second, let me just go to this game over here. So the sound will bother us. The At Game Sega Genesis, the first version, was a cute little unit, but the controls were laggy. And hold on a second, let me just mute the TV. Anyway, I was talking about the At Game system, the Sega Genesis from At Games, the version 1. It played decently, but the controls were laggy and the sound was way bad. It sounded like it was being played way too slow. The sound here is basically Sega Genesis sound, but because of some fault in the hardware they designed for this thing, it's missing a voice and it's very distorted. It shouldn't be like that. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. So let's take a look at another game over here as I unmute the TV. There we go. Sega. Yeah, that controller is kind of loud, very clicky, but it works well, so I don't really care. So that was Mean Bean Machine. There's Kid Chameleon, which is also another nice one. Like I said, the game runs perfectly, aside from the sound. Let's see if I can get that power up. If I can remember where it was. There it is. Perfect. And back to the menu. And the last game here is Flicky. I never really got into this game very much. I found it was a bit too childish for me. Basically, you have to run around picking up these little birds and bringing them to the exit like that. And while those cats are trying to stop you. The cats are always the bad guys in these games. So, as you can see, this is a great little system, if you can pick it up. I got this at a pawn shop for like $5. $5 Canadian. And for the price, it's excellent. The controller is really nice, it fits nicely in the hand. The graphics on screen are not bad. Not bad for, excuse me. Sorry about that. Not bad for composite graphics. You can't expect too much from composite graphics. I would have liked to see this thing HDMI, but it's a real Genesis, and a real Genesis doesn't output HDMI. So if you can find this thing at a cheap price, definitely pick it up. Just don't expect too much from the sound. You could kind of turn it down or mute it if you want. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Take care, and goodbye.